So another day ended. I think I said yesterday that, or well, not with you, that Ro had this asthma attack and was throwing up because she's coughing so badly. It just kept on having those attacks all night, and then in the morning, I think she has a stomach bag. But why do I always say stomach bag when I mean stomach bug? I don't know. But anyway, upset stomach, you could say, is that also, and this. Let's put it like this. I'm really glad that we have some disposable diapers too, not just closed diaper, because those ones she had this night tonight is not ones I would like to put in the laundry. No, you're very, very happy that you can just throw them away. So yeah, anyway, that's what we've been doing today. So naturally I've been to work, which sucks a lot because I really looked forward to going to work. I really do like my work, but it'd be nice if I could be there a little bit more often. But yeah, that's how life is. I didn't update for quite a few days because I was feeling down and so on. But I was out doing some things also, and we had quite nice Friday. And this is something I don't really understand. And I mean, I think a lot of people talk about it all the time, and it's like the big hypocrisy of the Americans. But you first you celebrate Thanksgiving and are really wait for everything you have and everything you're given to, and all this gratefulness. And the day after you have this super sale where everybody's just going crazy and trying to get the best thing they can for spending enormous much of money for things they don't really need, that they think they need because it's on sale. And it's like, what happened? It's like, no. It's I mean, you've completely lost the point that Thanksgiving. I mean, it's like, yeah. But here in Sweden we don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but we do have Black Friday. Yeah. And of some reason I had forgotten completely about Black Friday, because it's not that, it haven't been that huge in Sweden. This year I think it's biggest ever. But before this, not that much. But anyway, I had forgotten about that completely. I also in some way had forgotten that everybody else get paid the same time of the month as I do. And I had promised my next oldest to go to IKEA and to a big mall called Emporia, which when it was built was the biggest shopping mall in North Europe. Now they're bigger in Sweden, naturally. Very good at malls. But anyway, it's a quite special place also. We have the architecture of it is really interesting, and the different themes for different parts of it, and it's quite an interesting place to visit just because, the looks of it. But anyway, I had promised the next oldest that we was going there on Friday, because I was getting my money then. And during the day I got those text messages after text message in my cell phone telling me about different discounts and different stores. Like, oh no, okay, this is gonna be a nightmare. But I had promises, so called them and asked if it was okay, if it was going, could go if we wanted to, or we could do it another day, maybe, please. But we wanted to go on Friday, so we went. And we had to skip IKEA. We understand that this won't work, so we just went to Emporia. And we was just entering the entrance. Both they and Bro was really, really hungry, and we was heading to the place to eat, and it was dinner time for everybody at the same time. And we're just going for the entrance, and we had this just wave of music hitting us. This was like really powerful. The bass was like making the ground vibrate and so on. It's like this DJ in the entrance, and They don't have it, and everywhere was like so much sound and so much people and so much things going on. But in situations like that, I always like just relax and go with it. And normally this is really stressful situation for my next eldest, but this Friday was just running smoothly. I don't know how it made it, because it was so crowded that later on we heard, or day after we heard, that somebody had been seriously beaten by somebody, and the ambulance was there, and the police was there, and somebody else has thrown those crackers, you know, those goes little bang, and like small fireworks, and we done that indoors, and somebody had actually thought that there was shootings, there was police people there, and they was evacuating parts of this mall, and we didn't hear it. We didn't hear a sound about it. We didn't notice anything. And I think if you don't even notice that, then it's crowded and it's big. So yeah, that was completely madness. But on the way home from this, and oh, I should have shown you that, but I don't have it here. I thought I was going to bring it, but I forgot. I bought this unicorn for her because she saw it in the store, and it's like the stuffed animal in shape of a unicorn, and it's purple and sparklish, glitterish and mature, and got wings, and she absolutely loves it. She calls it the horse. We just don't have much fantasy when it comes to naming a stuffed animal. It's called like the frog, the bunny, the horse, the duck, the cow. It's like, give them names, but no, that's their names, and she's very, very important to her what her names are. So okay, anyway, I bought that to her, and a little car, because she fell in love with this little car, and I couldn't help. I need for, you know, I spoil her a lot, but she's my baby, so yeah. Anyway, when I was going home, we was waiting for a train, and we were sitting in a stroller and singing this children's song, the one you heard. If you heard it uploaded, it's or screamed, I would say. She didn't sing, she screamed, or screamed singing, and had a good time. And my next oldest tried to hush her and tried to make her stop singing, and I told them to stop, because that is something that I find so awful. Because like, naturally I teach my kids to not disturb other people. If we were done this at like a library, or you know, something like that where you need to be quiet, of course I told her, you know, you can't do this now. But at a place like this train station, who cares? It's a public room, and if you don't like hearing other people talk or sing whatever and want something quiet, you know, you use earplugs or go outside. You know, it's, yeah. And I think a lot of people are feeling a bit ashamed or uncomfortable with this kind of behavior, and people sing in public and so on. But it comes from inside of us, and it's so important that you don't put those feelings over to your kids, that you don't give them, you don't learn them that this should be something to be ashamed of yourself. I want my kids to be able to stand up and sing in public at any place they are. It should be, it doesn't matter who's listening, it should be easy for them to speak for public, in public, for a crowd or whatever. And if you have a confidence to sit and sing like that, like Ro did there, it's something that should be encouraged. And I think every time we tell our children to behave a certain way because it is embarrassing to us, not because it's actually something bad, but because we feel slightly embarrassed, we're teaching our children to be embarrassed over themselves, and that is something I don't want my kids to learn. I want my kids to be proud of themselves, and I was sad to see that my next oldest haven't picked up on this. That is something I should have worked harder with them, because to me this is so important. So yeah. But anyway, I also, you know, sing with her, with Ro, when she starts singing, because yeah, she should be able to keep her, you know, let her voice be heard when she wants to. So yeah, I also started to write again. Before I wrote a lot of fan fictions, and I haven't done that for years now, but today I started, and I finally just come over me like this full story, this full dialogue, everything's like in details, like okay, just filling my head, and it's so easy to type. Suddenly I just have my phone, so it's gonna be quite interesting to read. But yeah, I hope it's gonna be good, and hopefully I can finish a few chapters when I'm at my parents' place this weekend. I hope I'm gonna go to my parents' place this weekend. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Bye.